This video is sponsored by Minifigs.me. Stick around for a special, exclusive discount code. Hey you guys! Hi and welcome back to Cut the Crackle. Today we're going to be taking a look at these 4 awesome custom LEGO minifigures from Minifigs.me, based on the classic The Goonies. For those of you out there who haven't seen it, and honestly, I don't know what you're doing with your life if you haven't, The Goonies was released in 1985. It follows a group of young misfits called, you guessed it, the Goonies. They discover an ancient map and set out on a quest to find a legendary pirate's long-lost treasure, but they attract the attention of a family of notorious criminals, the Fratellis. The Goonies is one of my favourite movies. I loved it as a kid and I love it now, and with its colourful characters, swashbuckling adventure, and cartoon-like villains, it's a license perfect for LEGO. And to be fair, we did get a Goonies level pack for LEGO Dimensions, complete with a minifigure of Sloth. But 3 years down the road, and we're still missing minifigs of the other Goondocks. But fear not, because Minifigs.me have seen fit to put right this terrible injustice, and have created these 4 epic custom minifigures of Mouth, Mikey, Data, and Chunk. Let's take a closer look at them. First up, we have the unofficial leader of the Goonies, Mikey, played in the movie by Sean Astin, who later became famous for playing Sam in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Costume-wise, Mikey probably has the most normal, I guess, out of the 4 main Goonies. You'll see later that some of the other characters have way more unique looking attire. But this is a great representation of the character as he appears in the movie. With his denim jacket and sprucing up that torso print, you can see he has the skull-shaped pirate key hanging around his neck. That looks awesome. As well as his torso print, he also has printing all around the bottom of his legs for his trainers. And I'm not sure if you can pick it up on camera or not, but his smile actually has some extra detail showing that he is wearing braces. Next up we have Mouth, played of course by 80s legend Corey Feldman. He's a wisecracking know-it-all, and it's only when I rewatched this movie as an adult that I realised just how many of his jokes must have gone over my head as a kid.
Oh my god!
What?
That's
What?
my mom's most favorite piece!
What? Oh my god.
It wouldn't be here if it wasn't.
And this is a fantastic minifigure of the character. In the LEGO Dimensions level, they gave him this kind of slick back style hairpiece, which I didn't think really worked well for Mouth. But here, Minifigs.me went with this wavier piece and it looks so much better. You can see he even comes with a hairbrush piece because Mouth is constantly combing his hair. Ideally he'd have a comb, but LEGO don't make that, so I think this is a decent alternative. Mouth wears a purple rain t-shirt under his jacket, and the design on this torso print captures that really well. I also realised when comparing this figure with the movie that Mouth is actually wearing the exact same style jacket Steve wears in Season 2 of Stranger Things. Like with Mikey, they've printed his shoes all around on the legs, but they've also included the stretchy band at the bottom of his jacket printed on the top of his waist as well. Then we have what is probably the most intricately detailed of these 4 minifigs, Data. He was played by Jonathan Ke Quan, who actually already has an official LEGO minifigure, because he also played Short Round in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This is personally my absolute favourite of these figures. I think he looks spectacular. Unlike Mikey and Mouth, Data has a very busy look in the movie. His long jacket is covered in different patches and pins, and he's fully loaded with an array of different homemade gadgets. I think Minifigs.me have captured that wonderfully here. The torso print is littered with so much detail, it's incredible. And that design continues down from the torso, across the waist, onto the legs as well. Absolutely seamlessly. And speaking of the legs, one thing I've not yet mentioned is how all of these minifigs use the mid-sized legs, which I think was absolutely the right choice. The easy route would be to have given them the short legs more commonly available, but I hate those things. The legs are completely static and lifeless, whereas with these, you can actually move and pose them. Okay, well, maybe you might need a studded plate for them to stay standing, but there are so many more possibilities with the mid-sized legs. As a kid, Data was my favourite character in the Goonies and inspired me to try and create so many of my own homemade gadgets and booby traps. Of course, none of them worked, but then again, neither did any of Data's. Finally, we have Chunk, played by Jeff Cohen, and this is another immensely detailed minifigure. Just look at the roses on that floral shirt under his red jacket. Superb amount of detail in that design. But also, Chunk wears these tartan-like trousers, and Minifigs.me have really gone above and beyond with the design and printing here. Not only have they printed the front, but the sides and back are all covered in this elaborate pattern. Of course, throughout the movie, Chunk is constantly thinking with his stomach, and for accessories, he comes with a Lego spoon piece and this custom printed tub of chocolate ice cream. All of the Goonies come with a second alternate face print. For mouth, we have him with a pearl necklace dangling out of the corner of his mouth, just like when he tried to conceal some of the jewels from the Fratellis. I was a little confused at first to see Mikey wearing what looks like One-Eyed Willy's eye patch, but then I found this publicity still of Sean Astin as Mikey wearing a pirate patch, so maybe it's a tribute to that. I'm so happy to have added these 4 custom LEGO Goonies minifigures to my collection, and as you can see, they go beautifully with the official LEGO Dimensions Sloth minifigure. Now we just need minifigures of Brand, Andy and Steph. Oh, and of course, the Fratellis. If you like the look of these, be sure to check out Minifigs.me. As well as these epic Goonies minifigures, they also sell a massive array of custom minifigures with unique designs printed onto actual LEGO pieces, based on characters from loads of other different movies, games and TV shows. I'll pop a link both in the description and the pinned comment below, and if you use my exclusive discount code 2020Craggle10, you'll get 10% off anything you buy from their store. Let me know what you think of these custom LEGO Goonies minifigures from Minifigs.me in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, and if you haven't already, be a hero and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Laters.